Hi, beautiful soul. I'm so glad you're here because today we're going to talk about something no one warned us about. Something so quiet, so subtle, yet it changes the way we feel in our own skin. Let me ask you this. Have you ever gotten fully ready, outfit just right, lipstick perfect, hair falling exactly how you like it? And as you lean in to hug someone, a quiet thought flashes across your mind. Do I smell older? You don't say it out loud, most of us don't, but if you've ever had that little moment of doubt, you are not alone, and more importantly, you are not imagining it. After 60, something happens that no one really talks about. Not in magazines, not at the doctor's office, not even among friends. Our skin changes, yes, but so does our body chemistry. And with that change, it comes a quiet shift in how we smell. There's a natural compound that our bodies begin to produce more of as we age. It's called tunonenal. It's not about hygiene, not about cleanliness, it's just chemistry. And for many of us, it means that perfume, the one we loved in our 40s, starts to feel off, too strong, too powdery, too sweet, or strangely sour. It's confusing, even a little disheartening. But here's the beautiful truth. You don't need to stop wearing perfume. You simply need one that understands the woman you are now. This video isn't just about fragrance. It's about presence. It's about the quiet power of showing up in the world, not with noise or drama, but with intention, softness, and self-respect. And if this is already speaking to you, even just a little, I'd love for you to like this video or subscribe to the channel. This space is for women like us, evolving, unfolding, and unapologetically blooming. Let me ask you something else. When was the last time you wore perfume just for yourself, not to impress, not for a special event, but for you? For that quiet moment in the morning when you say, I still want to feel beautiful, not for anyone else, but for me. Because that, my friend, is not vanity, that is dignity. And if you felt like perfume just doesn't last anymore, if your favorite scent suddenly doesn't smell quite right, if you've caught a whiff of your scarf and thought, is that me? You're in the right place, and you're not doing anything wrong. Here's what most women never hear. Fragrance reacts differently to mature skin. It doesn't hold the same way. It mixes differently with our natural oils, and most perfumes are still designed for someone in her 20s or 30s. But you've lived, you've learned, you've evolved, and your scent should evolve with you. So what if I told you there are fragrances made exactly for this season of your life, ones that don't mask who you are, but gently enhance everything that makes you unforgettable? In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 extraordinary perfumes, not just because they smell good, but because they're made to work with mature skin. They neutralize that subtle change we talked about. They blend, adapt, whisper, not shout. They don't fight your body chemistry, they understand it. And if you've been searching for a channel that celebrates aging not as something to hide, but something to honor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because this is your space, and you belong here. So let's begin this journey not just to finding a better perfume, but to feeling more like yourself again. More grounded, more confident, more radiant. Because here's the truth no one says enough. You are not fading, you are unfolding. And everything about you, your scent, your softness, your story, is still worth noticing. Let's begin. Let's begin with a new truth. You don't need perfume that screams. You need one that listens, that understands, that blends with your chemistry, your story, your skin as it is now, beautifully lived in, gently matured, quietly powerful. That's why I want to share with you 5 exceptional fragrances. They weren't made for trends. They weren't designed for teenagers. They were made for you. Let's begin. One Skin by Clean Reserve. You only softer. There's something profoundly comforting about a scent that feels like your skin, just cleaner, warmer, more serene. Skin by Clean Reserve isn't flashy. It doesn't try to be seductive or sweet or nostalgic. It simply whispers, I'm here. It opens with delicate notes of fresh musk, honeydew, and lotus blossom. There's a smoothness to it, like stepping out of a warm shower, wrapped in a soft towel, sunlight pouring through the window. As it settles, you catch gentle hints of tonka bean and dewy petals resting on a base of salted praline. But what makes it truly perfect for mature skin is this. It doesn't fight your chemistry. It harmonizes with it. The natural musk in this scent doesn't clash with tunonenal, the compound our skin produces more of after 60. Instead, it softens it, balances it. This is the fragrance for mornings when you want to feel quietly radiant. For grocery runs, morning walks, brunch with a friend, it's not a statement, it's a presence. People may not say, "What perfume are you wearing?" They'll say, "You smell like someone I want to stay close to." And maybe that's the best compliment of all. 2. Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Fresh air for the soul. Some scents don't just smell good, they breathe, they open windows. They bring in the ocean, the wind, the memory of freedom. That's exactly what wood sage and sea salt does. It begins with ambrette seed, a clean, soft musk that feels grounding. Then comes a whisper of sea salt, fresh and briny, like standing barefoot on a rocky shore. And finally, sage and driftwood, warm, earthy, slightly smoky. What makes this perfume work beautifully for mature skin is its balance. There's no syrupy sweetness, no overpowering florals, nothing that lingers too long or too loudly, just space, air, confidence. This scent is for the woman who walks her own path, who doesn't need to announce herself but always leaves something behind, a feeling, a breath, a clarity. It's perfect for days when you want to feel refreshed, grounded, and quietly strong. And maybe, just maybe, it will remind you of the woman you were by the sea once, or the one you still are. 3. Hermes Un Jardin sur le Nil. Elegance in every breath. Some fragrances tell stories, and Un Jardin sur le Nil tells one that's both tranquil and alive. Inspired by a walk through the gardens along the Nile River, it opens with green mango and grapefruit, crisp, tart, bright. Then it softens into lotus flower and calamus reed, watery, calm, a breath of stillness. The base, sycamore wood and a touch of incense, grounding, whispering. What makes this scent special for women over 60 is how lightly it sits on the skin. It doesn't cling or overpower. It moves with you, like silk in the breeze, like memory. The green mango in particular cuts gently through any musty undertones and brings freshness to the skin's natural rhythm. This is the perfume for the woman who is endlessly curious, who still loves long walks, old books, morning light, and tea sipped slowly. She doesn't chase attention, she creates moments. Wearing this scent feels like pressing pause, breathing in grace, and remembering who you are today. 4. Shiseido Ginza. Grace with quiet strength. There are fragrances that whisper, and those that carry quiet power. Ginza is both. Inspired by Tokyo's most elegant district, it blends delicate florals with sacred woods, creating something refined, grounded, deeply feminine. It opens with a soft burst of pomegranate and pink pepper, bright, a little spicy, then unfolds into magnolia and jasmine, floral but never powdery. The base is where its soul lives, hinny wood, sandalwood, patchouli, warm, clean. Centered, the secret, hinny wood used in Japanese temples naturally neutralizes the oils on mature skin. So instead of clashing with age-related changes, it blends, harmonizes, it becomes you. This is the scent for the woman who knows who she is, who walks with intention, who doesn't need to prove anything but everything about her proves presence. It's strong without shouting. It lingers not in the air but in memory. 5. Le Labo Another 13. The scent of mystery and memory. And then there is this, a perfume that doesn't bloom like a flower or sparkle like citrus. It waits, it unfolds, it draws you in slowly, softly. Another 13 is a scent made for women who don't need to be obvious, who find power in stillness, who speak softly and are always heard. Its top note is ambroxan, a modern molecule that mimics ambergris without the weight. There's also musk, iso-e-super, and just the faintest touch of jasmine and pear. What does it smell like? Warm cotton, clean skin, a page of a beloved book, a memory. On mature skin, this fragrance becomes deeply personal. It doesn't try to fight tunanino, it melts into it, transforming it, whispering over it. This is the kind of scent that's not noticed across a room but felt in a hug, remembered in a smile, missed when it's gone. It's not for everyone, but if it finds you, you may never want to wear anything else again, so there they are, 5 scents, 5 quiet stories, 5 ways to say I am still here, still radiant, still evolving. But more than that, these aren't just perfumes, they're a return to presence, a reminder of self, a soft celebration of who you've become. Coming up next, now that you've found a scent that speaks to you, let me show you how to wear it in a way that makes it last, linger, and feel like part of your skin again. Because after 60, it's not just about what you wear, it's about how you wear it. Let's make it stay. You've found a fragrance that feels like home, one that doesn't cover you up but lets you be more you. Now let's make it last, because let's be honest, there's nothing more disappointing than spraying on a scent you love in the morning and by lunchtime it's gone. If that's ever happened to you, I want you to know it's not your fault. And no, you're not doing anything wrong. After 60, our skin doesn't just change in how it looks, it changes in how it holds scent. It becomes drier, thinner. It produces less oil, and that matters because fragrance molecules cling to moisture and natural oils. When they're missing, your perfume has nothing to hold on to, it evaporates faster, it can even smell different. But here's the beautiful part. With just a few simple rituals, you can turn perfume from a fleeting mist into a lasting presence. Step 1. Hydrate your skin, always. Start with clean, lightly damp skin. Right after a warm shower is perfect. Apply a fragrance-free body lotion or natural oil like almond, shea, or coconut. Massage it gently into your skin. Let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. This becomes your canvas. Think of it like priming a wall before painting. It helps the scent hold and bloom. Why fragrance-free? Because scented lotions often clash with your perfume. And the last thing you want is a war of smells, just softness, just moisture. Just space for your fragrance to shine. Step 2. Apply to pulse points, but not just the usual ones. We've all been taught to spray our wrists and neck, and yes, that still works. But for mature skin, there are other places that are even better for longevity. Try these behind your ears, inside your elbows, at the base of your throat, behind your knees, around your belly button. These spots emit gentle warmth throughout the day, helping the scent release slowly, like a soft exhale that lingers. And here's something else. Step 3. Never rub your wrists together. You know that habit? Spray, rub, walk away, don't do it. Rubbing actually breaks down the delicate fragrance molecules, it distorts the scent, it shortens its life. It turns a beautiful story into a blur. Instead, spray once or twice, and let the perfume settle, dry naturally. Give it a moment to breathe with you, it's part of the ritual, it's part of the respect. Step 4. Let your hair hold the memory. Did you know your hair holds scent better than your skin? But it's also more fragile. So instead of spraying directly on your strands, try this. Spray a small amount on your hairbrush. Let it air out for a few seconds, then gently brush through dry hair. With every movement, you'll catch a soft whisper of scent, nothing strong, just presence. Step 5. Let your clothes help you speak without words. Natural fabrics like cotton, linen, and silk retain fragrance beautifully. Try this, spritz the inside of your scarf, or the lining of your blazer, even the hem of your dress. Avoid direct spraying on delicate fabrics that stain easily, but done carefully, clothing becomes a soft echo of you, a signature, a secret. And sometimes a reminder when you catch a faint scent days later and smile. Step 6. Carry a little something for later. If you're out all day, a mini bottle or rollerball version of your fragrance can be a game changer. Not because you need to reapply, but because sometimes you just want a moment, a little refresh, a gentle reminder. Apply behind your ears or on your scarf, just enough to bring you back to yourself. Because fragrance isn't about others noticing, it's about you remembering. Bonus, make it a ritual, not a routine. Perfume is not just a beauty step, it's a way to say, I'm here, I care about me, I choose to feel good. You deserve 5 quiet minutes in the morning to moisturize your skin. Breathe in your scent. Press it gently where you want it to live. Smile, because when you treat perfume like self-respect, it becomes more than a smell. It becomes your presence. Let's pause here. You've come a long way already, from understanding the chemistry of mature skin to discovering the right fragrances to now mastering how to wear them. You've taken a small act, a spritz of scent, and turned it into a moment of self-connection. And that matters, because when the world tells women our age to take up less space, to blend in, to stop caring, you chose instead to begin your day with intention. To say, I'm still here, I still matter, I still want to feel beautiful. That's not indulgence, that's power. And you wear it so well. Coming up next, in our final chapter together, we'll talk about something deeper. We'll explore why perfume isn't just about scent, but about memory, identity, and how we reclaim space in a world that often forgets to see us. It's not just about fragrance anymore, it's about you. Let's finish this journey together. Let's take a breath together, because everything we've talked about, the science, the scent, the ritual, has really been about something deeper, hasn't it? Something we don't always name, but always feel. Fragrance is often seen as a finishing touch, a detail, a luxury, something small, feminine, even a little frivolous. But for women who have lived, who have loved, endured, raised families, buried parents, restarted careers, reinvented themselves more than once, perfume is not about being pretty. It's about being present, because scent is memory, it's emotional architecture, it ties us to the moments that made us. The wedding dance, the perfume bottle on your mother's dresser, the sweater that still held the scent of someone you lost. One breath and we're back, back in love, back in childhood, back in our power. You see the part of your brain that processes scent. It sits right next to memory and emotion. That's why it hits so deep. That's why when you wear a fragrance that feels like you don't just smell good. You remember who you are, and that matters, because as we age, let's be honest, the world doesn't always see us as clearly. We become quieter in the eyes of society, less radiant, less remembered. There's a kind of invisibility that creeps in. People walk past without seeing you, sales clerks skip over you, even your own mirror sometimes pauses. But perfume refuses to let you disappear. The right fragrance says, I am still here, still sensual, still evolving, still worth noticing. Not in a loud, flashy way, but in a way that lingers. Like a soft voice someone keeps hearing, even after you've left the room. That is the power of scent after 60. It doesn't beg for attention, it commands presence without apology. So when you choose a fragrance that fits your chemistry, your season of life, your soul, you're not indulging in vanity. You're honoring your identity. It's the difference between feeling dressed and feeling whole. It's not about impressing the world, it's about reconnecting with you. So tomorrow morning when you open that bottle, don't just spray it and walk away. Pause, feel the texture of the moment, breathe it in, place it gently where you want your presence to linger. Whisper to yourself, this is who I am. Even if no one else smells it, you do, and that matters because you're not fading, you're unfolding. With every new wrinkle, every new morning, you are becoming more grounded, more graceful, more unforgettable. And if today's message touched something in you, a memory, a smile, a longing to reconnect with yourself, I would be so honored if you'd subscribe to this channel. Not because numbers matter, but because you do, because you belong in a space where women are still becoming, still glowing, still allowed to take up space. I create videos for women like you, women who have lived and who aren't done living. And if you know a woman who needs to hear this, send it to her. You never know what moment you might spark. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Is there a scent that brings you back to yourself? One that makes you feel confident, alive, seen? Share it in the comments. Your story might just be the one that inspires another woman to try again, to walk a little taller, to smile when she puts on her perfume tomorrow. Until next time, stay gentle with yourself, stay bold with your beauty, and never forget you are not invisible, you are not past your prime, you are still unfolding. And everything about you, your scent, your softness, your story, is worth noticing.